What is good? Diamond Dynasty, baby. Y'all already know what's going on in this video today. So it's another lit ass day in Dallas, Texas. By lit, I don't mean like fun, I mean like hot. It's hot as hell in Dallas, Texas right now, guys, but I figured I would come through with another lit video.
There's a lot of girls with me right now. Got a lot of drugs with me right now. But I'd rather just
let's not go too soon now.
I feel the same. And a lot of girls say they might not. I would rather pass that one to you, like we used to do.
Before we get into it, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell that ain't your mama to tell that Uncle Joey still a hoe. Let's get right into this video. Like I said, man, it's hot as hell out here. Woo. I wanted to shout out to my guy China Mac for the inspiration for this particular video right here. Shout out China Mac. He streamed live today. I wasn't able to watch it real time, but I tuned in a little bit later on and I was able to see what he was talking about. The reason he is the way he is and his previous traumas that have actually hindered who he is today, and the growth and the work that he wants to do on himself to become, you know, the best version of himself, not only for him but for the people around him. When you get older and you start to mature, you start to realize the importance of relationships, and not just relationships in general, but healthy relationships, and wanting to establish healthy relationships, you know. And to some people, especially people who have came from a background that was very healthy, maybe their parents stayed together, maybe they were shown a lot of love, maybe they were accepted fully for who they were, no matter, you know, if they came out as gay, whatever it was, whatever struggle they had, their parents or their caregivers totally embraced that person, totally accepted you for who you were. You know, shout out to all of you guys that were able to experience that, you know. And no parent at all on this earth is going to be perfect. I'm not going to be a perfect parent when I have kids, right? Shout out first and foremost to all the parents out there who are doing the best that they can with the knowledge that they have to try to provide their kid with the best options available, for the best love that they can give at that current moment in time, you know, the best knowledge that they can provide. Shout out to all of you beautiful parents who are doing your fucking best, okay? So that's first and foremost. But he was basically talking about how sometimes his friends might feel like he might be not so good of a friend because, like, he won't call and check in. They always have to call him. He can go months without talking to somebody. He could go a year without talking to his own mom. He says he never misses anybody, which I feel like is kind of crazy. I mean, I feel where he's coming from and I can relate, just not to that extreme. Just not picking up the phone and checking in with people, you know. Like, I'm not really a checker-inner. I'm not really a, hey, what's good? How you been doing? And I've been trying to be better. You know, I've been trying to be better at that. If you ever need anything from me, I'm here. He was basically talking about how certain events that happened in his past and certain pain, certain hurts that he has experienced throughout the years in his life really kind of made him cold, made his heart cold, made him detached from emotion, detached from connection, you know, detached from just real raw emotions. And I feel where he's coming from, man, because I can definitely relate with the fact that sometimes certain things that happen in your life make you not want to feel nothing, man. That pain hurts so much that you just don't want to feel anything. Let me know in the comment section down below if you can relate to a specific moment in time to where you just felt broken, you just felt hurt, like a person who you never thought would hurt you like to the worst extent. And sometimes, guys, it comes from our own parents that hurt us, and you know, we look at these people as gods in a way, you know, like our parents as a child, like, you have such a small scope of reality. Within that little scope is your parents. If you are blessed enough to have parents, you know, in your household, your parents are basically your everything. So if your parent doesn't accept a part of you, you look to your parents for love. You look to your parents for acceptance, approval, and all of these things, you know. And sometimes if we get disapproved of or made to feel like we need to do certain things to be loved or to be accepted as a kid, you know, you carry that on into your adulthood. Of course, as an adult, you can understand certain circumstances that happen with your parents, why your parents did certain things. You have a bigger scope of reality when you grow up, when you're an adult. Some of us are very emotionally stunted. I'm one of them. I'm not ashamed to let you guys know that when it comes to emotions, I'm not the best at showing them. I'm not the best at expressing them. I'm not the best at connecting or any of that. You know, I've gotten better over time because I wanted to put in the work to be better, but I still do have my struggles. You know, there's still stuff that I work on constantly from day to day. There's still stuff that I will continue to work on, because when it's all said and done, like I said, man, as you mature, as you get older, you start to realize what the true fruits of life is, what the true wealth of life is. And it's not cars, clothes, money. It's not none of that material shit. It's actually the quality of your relationships, man. First and foremost, you got to get the relationship with yourself, you know, under control. Because if you don't have that and you're steady pouring into other people, figuring out how I can have a better connection with this person, when you don't have a better connection with yourself, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose, and you're gonna lose yourself. If you don't get down in the trenches, get down in the mud, elbows in the dirt, doing the work internally to figure out how you can advance yourself. What certain traumas do you have? What is the root of the trauma? Where did it come from? When was the first time that you felt fear? When was the first time that you felt rejection? When was the first time that you felt like you needed approval and didn't get that approval? Like, it's time to fill the holes of our past, guys. But if you don't even acknowledge that you have holes from your past, trauma from your past, how are you ever going to grow? How are you ever going to be better? You're not going to be better. So I didn't want to make this video too long, but I did, like I said, I wanted to shout out to my dude, China Mac. It's such a beautiful thing for more and more people to be speaking out on mental health. And I feel like we are in such a great time right now, y'all. It might feel like the world is against us and there's so much bad stuff going on in the world, guys, but also I feel like it's the best of times and the worst of times. So many people are waking up. So many people are tapping into who they really are, trying to figure out who they really are, you know? Knowing that it's more than what's here on this 3D dimension, you know, this third dimensional realm. Understanding that to understand the world is to understand ourselves. That the biggest enemy is our inner me. We must heal. Once we heal, more stuff will be revealed. And that stuff will help us elevate in life. It'll help us grow. The more that we work on becoming the best version of ourselves, guys, it not only helps us, but it helps everyone around us. Everybody that comes into contact with us. Everybody in our vicinity. You know, the main goal is to vibrate higher. But like I said, man, I can really relate to China Mac on what he was talking about. There's definitely been certain traumas in my life that, you know, really tore me up and really made me feel a pain that I never wanted to feel again. You know, really made me just really be like, everything, you know, like nothing even matters. I've never been on no suicidal stuff, so I can't speak from that perspective. But I can say that I've been to a point to where I felt like I just didn't give a f, and I didn't care who I hurt. I didn't care, you know, like about anything but myself, you know. And that's coming from a space of survival. You're not thriving, you're surviving. And when you're in survival mode, it's kill or be killed, you know. It's kill or be killed. It's, you know, like I gotta do what's best for me. I don't have the time or capacity to consider anybody else right now, you know, because I'm trying to survive. Who really wants to live like that, man? But if you feel like that's the only way that you can protect your feelings, protect your heart, protect your emotions, protect yourself from feeling that level of pain again, guys, it's crazy the things that we will do to destroy ourselves, to sabotage ourselves. Did I say sabotage? To sabotage ourselves, to protect something that really just needs healing, man. Our inner child really just needs healing. If you are holding on to something from the past, or say you keep attracting a certain circumstance that you don't want, it's coming from your 7-year-old self, or your 5-year-old self, your 10-year-old self, or maybe even your 20-year-old self when you got in that relationship and they broke your heart. You know, or your 30-year-old self when you got in that car accident that almost killed you. If you don't heal from that trauma, guys, we will be stuck as that 30-year-old, as that 7-year-old, as that 10-year-old. We need to go back in time, in your mind, to that 10-year-old, that 12-year-old who felt like nobody heard them, who felt like all was lost, who felt like they were shamed for being angry, or, you know, whatever it was. Allow that inner child to express themselves, because really that's all they want to do. They want to express instead of suppress whatever it is that they were feeling at that time. And that's the reason why you have not healed, because you have not processed those emotions. You have not allowed your inner child to feel like it was okay to feel how they were feeling. I didn't want to make this video too long. I want to let you guys know, stay empowered, I love you guys so much. If you are watching this video, if you are attracted to click on this video, know that it was meant for a reason. Happy Sunday to all of you beautiful people out there. I want you guys to know that you are loved, you are blessed, you are worthy of every great thing that you desire. We are just spirits living this human experience, guys. How mind-blowing is that? If you can really wrap your mind and your head around the fact that we are spiritual beings, like energy, we are just energy in human form, that in itself, guys, can just give you a whole nother perspective on life. It'll help you be easier on yourself, be easier on other people, and just flow through life easier. But I love you guys. Let me know what other topics you guys want to talk about, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell to be notified every time I drop a lit video, man. And tell a friend that today ain't your mama, today Uncle Joey still a hoe. I will see you guys in the next motherfucking video. I love y'all, man. Peace. We out, baby.